So if you click this video, you probably have your own home studio or you're looking to create one, whether it's for YouTube, content creation, or video editing. And if you're someone like me, I'm always looking to upgrade my space, whether it's just adding one or two little things to make my shot look better. Well, in this video, I'm actually gonna show you 5 things that I've bought in this room that have been really pivotal when it comes to increasing the quality of my videos, improving the efficiency of my workflow, as well as really just maximizing the space that I have. So to give you a little context of this room, this is a 12-foot by 17-foot room, fully carpeted, and it's actually a lot bigger than my old apartment studio, which was an 11.5 by 11.5 foot room. It was my video podcast room. If you click the link above here, I actually made a video in October 2023. That video blew up. It has 240,000 views. So shout out to you guys who watched that. But since then, I've been able to upgrade to this bigger room, and I've been able to upgrade all the things to make these videos look clean. All right, let me kick it off with this first upgrade, which is called a Varipole. Now, between you and me, this actually took me the longest to get because I thought it was so pointless and not worth the money. But looking back now, this has been the most pivotal thing that I've bought for my home studio when it comes to maximizing the entire space. And you can actually see it in the shot. It is right here, this pole running from one end of the wall to the other. And I don't have just one, but I actually have 2. As you can see on this other end, I have one from the ceiling coming all the way down to the ground. And the reason why is because when I bought it off of B&H, it actually comes in a pack of 2. I believe at the time of shooting this video, I think it's about $180 to $200. All right, so what is a tension rod and what do I do with it? Well, as it says in the name, it is a rod that you can stick from one end of the wall to the other, and it is held on by a tension system. And with that tension, it can actually hold a good amount of weight. I actually don't know the weight limit, but let me check right now. All right, based off of B&H, it has a maximum load of 55 pounds, which is actually pretty crazy. That's a lot of weight. All right, and before I show you the stuff that I actually attach onto it, I wanna give you a quick tip. This wall, I believe, is about 11 feet and 11 inches or so. And the pole itself, I believe, is 12 feet, 1 inches. And so when I was buying it, I really thought that this wasn't gonna be long enough or the tension wasn't gonna be enough to hold the items that I have. Well, I got it in the mail. I tried it out and it actually fits all the way to the whole 11 and whatever inches, and it actually holds up the weight that I need to. All right, let me show you what I use this pole for. It is my hair light. It is the newer 660 LED panel light, which provides a hair light when I am sitting in that chair. I just have the cable running across the pole to an extension cable all the way down to the wall. Okay, for my second pole, I actually put it vertically from the ceiling to the ground. This actually is the best support when it comes to adding more weight. Going vertically will hold up and be more stable than going horizontally. Real quick, when you're actually ready to install the Varipole, you place it where you want it, and then you actually pull and push this lever to make sure that the whole pole is secured. So for the Varipole that I have vertically, I have 2 attachments right now. I have 2 lights, one being the GVM 100. It has a snoot attachment, which creates a fake lights, fake window onto the wall, which I really enjoy because it creates a leading line to my face whenever I'm sitting on my chair in the corner or the chair in my main desk. Now, the second light that I have is my key light, as you can see right here. It is an Amaran 60DS, and I just have this cob attachment onto it, which creates a soft light onto my face whenever I'm doing my YouTube videos. So I love the whole Varipole tension rod system, and I think you will too. The reason is because it eliminates the amount of light stands and camera stands and tripods that you will have in your space. Just from me having these Varipoles, I'm eliminating 1, 2, and 3 light stands, which can not only get in the way, but also prevent you from being able to create. When you have so many things in your studio and it feels crammed, it can be so easy to stress out about having to move things around constantly. But when you have the space to create and just get rid of a couple of light stands, the Varipole system is so worth it. Really quick, important tip, if you were to buy the Varipole system, you also need to get the Impact Super Clamp with ratchet handle. It's $25 for one. Now, you need to get this because this specific one fits the Varipole system. And if you were to buy other ones from Amazon, it probably won't be big enough and thick enough to actually secure on to the Varipole. And when you're attaching things like lights that can be a little bit heavier, you want to make sure that you have a heavy duty clamp to attach to the Varipole. And so you want to get as many or as little of those super clamps as you need.
All right, I thought I filmed the transition for this next item, but I didn't film it, so I'm gonna do it right now. But the next thing on the list for home studio upgrades is a floor lamp. This one is specifically an LED floor lamp from Govee. Now, I have different kinds of lights in this studio, whether it's an accent light, key light, hair light, and all of them are great and I love them. But for some reason, I just love the look of a floor lamp. It really adds a nice touch to the background. It can also fill the corner of a room with a certain type of light. This has multiple colors. I usually just leave it on this one color and just lower the intensity so it's not as bright in the background. But that's the transition. Here we go, back to the video.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna show you how versatile this light is. I'm gonna put it in different shots. And the first one is obviously this shot right here, and it's right on my shoulder. It just adds a little bit of an accent light, and I'm gonna show you the next spot. All right, shot number 2, I didn't move the lamp, but as you can see, I have a leading line of a shelf right here to my face. And then on this side, I just have the lamp. Looks cool, let's go to the next shot. All right, shot number 3. I just moved it literally 5 feet away from the original spot. It's just chilling right there on my side. It looks nice, and I can still have a nice composition when it comes to this frame. Now I'm gonna take out the lamp so you can see the difference in the shot. So that's what it looks like without the LED light in it. It doesn't look bad, but if I were to put it back right where it was, as you can see, it just adds a nice little touch of light to it. Kind of nice, appealing. So let me show you how it looks like when I add color. All right, so I'm in the Govee app, and I can just change it to green if I want to. I can do it to blue. I think obviously in this shot, I wouldn't really change it to these colors. I can do red as well to add a little bit of a different vibe. Purple, I can also increase the amount of light that it's coming out. I can also lower the amount. I can do yellow. So just depending on the color science that you want. If you want contrasting colors in your background, you can also have it with your Govee app for the LED lamp. Okay, moving on to number 3 on this list is a pair of studio speakers on your desk. Now, don't get me wrong, whenever I am editing on the go, I am wearing headphones and I like to be locked in, active noise cancellation. But if I'm sitting on my desk, I don't want to just be having my earphones when I'm editing for long periods of time. Now, you may have really comfortable earphones and that's completely okay. But if I'm editing on my desk, I like to have actual speakers to make sure that I don't have something over my ears for too long. And the speakers on my laptop just won't do. So I actually upgraded into these speakers. This is called PreSonus Aris 3.5 studio monitors. And when I bought it, it was about $115. I have it connected onto this Cal Digit, which connects onto my laptop. And so when I'm editing at nights, in the day, anytime I'm on my desk, I use these speakers because one, you actually have a better sound system. You can hear the bass a little bit better. You have better control of the audio. You can have it come from each side. And so it's not just dispersing to the side, but it's actually going towards you. I have it propped up on these really just cheap Amazon stands to make sure that the monitors are pointed up and towards me to allow me to have the best sound when I'm editing. All right, number 4 on this list is this wireless electrical outlet remote. And out of the entire list, this has been the biggest game changer when I implemented it into my home studio. This specific one is called the BN Link Wireless Remote Control Electrical Outlet Switch for lights, and I bought it for $17 on Amazon. It comes with 3 remote outlets, and I actually have them placed in different outlets in this room, and it comes with this wireless remote. And as you can see on this remote, it has 3 on buttons and it has 3 off buttons that correlate to each electrical outlet. So what I've done is to improve the efficiency of walking into the studio and having all the lights on is I've attached every single light but one into these outlets that are Bluetooth paired. And so when I press on, all the lights turn on, and when I press off, all the lights turn off. So I'm gonna demonstrate it for you right now. But first, I'm gonna turn off the one light that is not connected to the Bluetooth, which is a light that's pointing to the ceiling. So I'm gonna turn it off right now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off all the lights one by one based off of the outlets that it's plugged into. So I'm gonna first turn off the first outlet, which is my key light, and this new light, which is providing this fake light right here. So I just turned that off. Now I'm gonna press number 2 off, which should be this lamp back there, as well as this little lamp right here, and also my hair light. So I'm gonna turn that off right there. And the last 2 lights are that floor lamp, as well as the RGB blue light right there. And so if I press number 3, it's gonna turn off. And now this room is completely dark. Now I'm gonna press every single button one by one. So this is the first one. That's my key light and that snoot light. Now, actually, this is a pretty good shot. If I were to just use this setup, this is great lighting. But now I'm gonna press the second one, which again is that lamp right over there, the small one right over there, and then my hair lights. So I'm gonna turn that on right there. Now I'm gonna turn on the third one, which again is my floor lamp as well as my blue light right there. So I'm gonna do it a little bit faster. I'm gonna turn all of them off at the same time, and I'm gonna turn it on all at the same time. Okay, so in a matter of seconds, I just turned off all my lights, and in a matter of 3 clicks, here we go, I'm gonna turn on all the lights. And just like that, in under 3 seconds, I can walk into my studio and have every single light turned on. So if you have found yourself walking into your home studio, turning on every light one by one by one, and then turning them off one by one by one, I would really invest in a Bluetooth system for your outlets where you can plug everything in and have all your lights controlled on one remote. Okay, last but not least, number 5 on this list are organizational shelves. And the specific one that I have are called Fajabolo shelves, I think from IKEA. They're about $100 each. I got one and then time went by and then I wanted a second one, and so I got a second one. The reason why I think that this is a really good investment for the home studio is that if you have a storage room in your room or studio, you have all your equipment there and used boxes and miscellaneous things, but then you also have camera equipment that you want to display in your room, but you want to do it in a aesthetic way while also being functional. And here's what I mean by that. All right, so these are my shelves. This is one shelf right here, and this is another shelf right here. I purposely put some of these things onto here because it has color and it pops whenever I am recording from this angle. And in here, I actually have a lot of my camera gear. So camera bodies go up here. And then I have audio equipment. I have V-mount batteries. I have 2 being used right now. I have all my lenses and extra caps. I have all my accessories right here with my ND filters. I have batteries and then other miscellaneous things that I need on a daily basis to create. So yes, the shelves are very functional. I have my equipment here that I just grab and go. Some of the things that I don't use on a normal basis, I put it in my storage. But besides function, it's very aesthetically pleasing with the leading lines. What I mean by leading lines is if I'm in this shot right here, as you can see, the shelves are providing this line across here, and it's kind of leading to my face. And whenever you're creating a composition for your shot, you want to create as much natural leading lines as possible. All right, so this is the second shot. As you can see in the shot, it provides a leading line towards me. This line right here is going towards me. This line right here, the shelf, is going towards me. I've got some colors. I've got a yellow hat that I got from the Forrest Frank Child of God 2025 tour. I have some books, some that I read, some that I haven't read, but they add a little bit of color, and then this green fake plant right there. Okay, shot number 3, using the shelving. Now, I typically won't use this shot because I don't like just having the shelving plain by itself. But as you can see, if I were to use this, This provides leading lines onto my face. Having the two shelves actually creates a longer leading line compared to if I just had one. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Those are the 5 studio upgrades that I've made in this smaller compact room that I call my home studio that have really improved the quality of my videos and the efficiency of how I work and create content. If you like anything in this video, I'm not sponsored at all, nothing is sponsored, but I am gonna leave some of the links of everything that I talked about in the description below. With that said, if you like this video, click on these 2 videos right here. One is gonna be my top accessories for 2025, and then next is how I set up my talking head shots for client work. And if you enjoy those, please subscribe. It really helps me out to know that people are enjoying the content and I can produce more content for you guys. So until next video, peace.